Today is day 6 of healing my thyroid, and I think it's day 9 of being on the fast. Today I decided to go ahead and talk about what happens when you go on a fast, because I don't see a lot of information on YouTube about that. And I saw one video where a lady talked about her rash, but really that was all I could find for rash related issues. Like I mentioned yesterday when I posted, I broke out in a rash, and had no idea that that came along with fasting. So I thought maybe it would be a good idea to go ahead and share some of the common issues that happen when you fast. For anybody that might be just starting to watch these videos, I am trying to heal my thyroid naturally. However, right now it is management for pain and mobility, and trying to get my TSH levels into range. From there, I am intending on continuing with trying to heal my thyroid naturally. Okay, so yesterday broke out in a rash, had to Google it and find out that it was fast related. So obviously that is one of the symptoms for fasting. I have had success in taking hot showers and having it intensely itchy underneath the hot water for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then when I get out, it's much more manageable. It's actually been a few hours since I've been in the shower, and I'm starting to feel it again, where it's starting to feel like it's getting to a point that it's starting to itch me, and it's not very manageable. So I'll probably be jumping in the shower here not too long from now. I end up using a washcloth to scrub down my skin at the same time, and that seems to help as well. I've heard about dry brushing, but I think this is probably a cross in between the dry brushing and the letting just my pores open up and pour out whatever toxins might be stuck in there. I think that's why the hot water helps, is because it actually opens up my pores. I like hot showers anyway. Very hot showers, so I think that it just further helps to get all those toxins out of my system. The rash doesn't seem to be as bad today. Right now you can kind of see it a little bit here. I don't know if it might not be able to see it very well because it's kind of dark in here tonight. But it's not nearly as bad as it was yesterday when I did the video, and but the areas that it's covering is at the back of my neck, up into my hairline, my back, my whole back, my butt, my belly, my chest, my arms, and it's trying to go down into my legs. So we'll see if that actually happens by tomorrow. I'm hoping that by doing the hot showers, I don't experience the rash for as long of a period as I have seen other people talk about. Like, usually people are talking about it by the 3rd day. I really don't want to deal with a rash for 3 days. So I know that you can eat something and kind of decrease the intensity of the rash, but I really would much rather just get through it and continue the healing process for my body. So at any rate, some of the other things less glamorous than even the rash is bathroom. So the first portion of the fast, obviously, if you're not eating anything, you tend to not expel anything. However, when I did start to do so, there was 2 things that were particularly bothersome. One is that if you don't normally eat beets, beets tend to come out the same way they went in, with a very red tone, whether that is through urine or number 2. And I have never been a beet eater, and I added some beets to one of my drinks, and I thought that I had some internal bleeding. Not internal bleeding, just from the beets. So just a heads up for any of you people that don't eat beets. And then the other thing is that after the first week, although I'm not eating anything solid, my body is still accumulating enough stuff to expel, and it looks quite similar to newborn baby poo. So it's very dark, which also could be a sign of internal bleeding. It's not. It's just your body trying to get rid of things. Any residual product from your juices and stuff like that. Plus, I'm taking the magnesium supplement and my thyroid medication on top of it. So, having a little bit of solids is coming out is not entirely surprising. The other thing is that, and I was actually experiencing this prior to the fasting. I've heard that the fasting can cause muscle and tendon aches and pains. For me, I was already experiencing that because of the high TSH. So I don't know that other people will be having to run into the same problem, but if you're female and you're having a lot of muscle pain, then be prepared for straddling the toilet. Because I know for me, it was very difficult to get off the toilet with as much pain and weakness as I was dealing with. Today, usually I'm wearing the brace on my right hand. Today I'm wearing it on my left as well, because my whole body has just kind of had it today. So the easier solution has been trying to straddle the toilet instead of sitting down on it, because I may not get off of it without help from an ambulance. So, not very glamorous, but that was actually one of the big reasons why I chose to go ahead and start the fast and trying to jumpstart my system and healing itself, was because my body was just collapsing more and more and more and was making it impossible to function, even at the very basic levels. So I seem to be more mobile than I was when I initially started the fast, but unfortunately not to where I was prior to having issues with my TSH level being so high. So other things that are not generally talked about is body odor. Body odor is bad. Thankfully, I'm taking a couple of showers a day to be able to tame that, but the odor coming from rash and underarms and stuff like that is bad. It makes sense. Your body's expelling toxins, and I can't see how those toxins would smell like flowers. So, just a side note of reality on fasting. One of the interesting things that I found about the fasting was everybody I had read about had said that the worst day was the third day, as far as being hungry. Not for me. Fourth day was my worst day. So I'm guessing it changes a little bit for everybody. Fourth day was definitely by far the worst day for me. I was much hungrier by the end of the fourth day than I was on the third day. Third day, I was like, oh, I'm getting through this third day just fine. Fourth day is when it hit me. And fourth day is when I decided to end my water fast and begin the juice fast the following day. So I ended my water fast by eating an apple, because we didn't have our juicer yet, and the next day we went and got our juicer. So, definitely changes for the person. Another thing is the emotional breakdowns. Today I'm very, very tired. I'm not emotionally equipped to be able to handle much. Kids at each other, or baby really needing me, or anything like that. There are some days that I'm just extra tired through this fast. I think that's my body trying to work even more, trying to expel these toxins. So I've heard of other people having emotional issues while they're trying to do their fasting. I don't tend to have a lot of emotional issues personally, but a lot of just very worn out and tired. Like, I've slept quite a bit today. That's right. I wanted to mention congestion. I don't know if anybody knows me doing or having some congestion, some sniffly nose issues a couple of days ago. I thought I had just encountered a cold, and the right side of my throat in particular, is my tonsils are swollen, and has some of the white nodules on them, and I thought that was strep, but it turns out that that is all symptoms of your body trying to expel toxins. So the sore throat, for the most part, went away yesterday, has come back today. So it seems that my body is just using every resource possible to try to expel these toxins, which is good, but in the meantime, I feel like crud. And trying to swallow is more challenging. And especially like today, I've been very tired today, so I haven't been drinking my water as much. Really, I should be drinking a lot of water. I'm a big girl, so drinking a lot of water should be a priority, but with my throat hurting, it's more challenging, plus laying down, even more challenging. Fortunately, tomorrow I should be getting a shipment that has some metal straws in it because I'm trying to avoid plastics. So I should be able to get be able to at least start drinking by laying down, even if my throat is hurting. So very much so looking forward to that. I wanted to share with you one of my things that I keep watching, which is Spirit of Health YouTube channel. I really like Vaughn and his wife. I can't remember her name at the moment, but they have this channel called Spirit of Health, and they are Christians. I don't believe that they are Torah observant, although they eat biblically clean. But he has a profound understanding and a gift for being able to explain how God has designed us and how our bodies respond when we are not treating it good, and how they respond when we are treating it good. And I've been watching a lot of his videos. I started with the can't remember. I'll get back to you, or I'll put it in the links down in the description for the series that I started, as well as just his YouTube channel. Very good. And if I had actually listened to the part about the fasting, then I might have found out about the rash. I didn't find that out until after I had already experienced the rash. But very encouraging and very insightful information. Really love seeing his heart for trying to get people healed and feeling better and doing things the way that Yah says that we should. So I think that's about all tonight. My throat hurts. I don't really want to talk much longer, and I've already been talking for almost 13 minutes. So have a wonderful night. Oh, and I'm glad that I've gotten the opening screen done. Yay! Night.